Well, folks, I'm going to give you a quick little preview of what's going on here, and I'm not sure if you can see them, but out here on this lake there are some dragonflies. Now you might be able to see some of those flying around right there. There's a few of them. Actually, there's a lot of them. Some of them are on the water. This is mid-June, north central Minnesota, and it's a cool bog lake. A bog lake is basically, this lake, as you can see, is pretty much surrounded by bog. That's the name. And we got a friend in the boat, Joey. Say hi. Yeah, he's having fun too. But you can just see a lot of times these fish will sit right underneath there in the bog, and that's what we're doing. It's a shallow lake, and give you a little look at what I call the secret lake. Folks, I just caught this fish here, and I just pulled this black dragonfly out of his mouth. And not surprisingly, not really much of a... I'm using a black foam popper to kind of match the hatch like this. Anytime you see dragonflies, put something on that's a similar color, pop a little bit, you should have some great action. Okay, folks. Looks like there might be another one back in there. They're starting to kind of move a little bit here. So what they're going after, I think, mainly are some black dragonfly. And you just saw that fish come up. I think you just probably saw that. I'm going to lay this in there. And there. Yeah. And yeah. So that was pretty cool. I think we got that. I hope. They're getting a little bit bigger. That's good. This is a beautiful lake in north central Minnesota, and these fish are susceptible to these fish are kind of susceptible to a winter kill on this lake, but looks like a few of them made it through here, so that's great. So cool when you see them. So cool when you see them come up and hit dragonflies like that. We know what they're hitting, and all we do, you know, is just something simple. And I'm going to show you in a little bit. I'm going to show you some of the most fantastic flies that are even better than poppers for situations like this sometimes. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Kind of hot and humid, you know. It's just a perfect summer night to be out here. And I'm so excited about these, I can't hardly stand it. But flybass.biz, the online store, is going to be selling some of the coolest things you've ever seen. We're going to start selling these hopper patterns, and these hopper patterns are absolute dynamite on bass. And I'm going to demonstrate how they're used tonight, but there's several different kinds. We've got several of them that are kind of high vis, so they've got a piece of foam. By the way, they're all foam construction. What does that mean to you? It means that they're going to float all day, and they're not going to sink and turn into a glorified muddler like most of your deer hair popper patterns, your hopper patterns like that. Very realistic, rubber legs, all kinds of different things. You know, tonight, as we kind of got a dragonfly hatch going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this bad boy right here, and that's even got a fluorescent underbelly. And we sell these in assortments. We don't sell the individual flies, but you can buy assortments of various types, and we're going to start with one assortment here in a little bit. But these kind of flies are going to be perfect for those fish that, let's say you get yourself in a situation where the fish don't seem to want to be hitting a popper, a rapidly moved popper, and you need something that's a little bit more realistic. And so that's a situation where you can pull these babies out and really go to work on them. I'm going to throw this guy on here, and I'm just going to see if these bass will take this for some sort of a kind of a downwinged In this case, I'm going to be kind of a downwinged dragonfly pattern. I got a funny feeling they're going to, but what do I know? You know, these hopper patterns, obviously made famous by the trout fishermen and stuff like that, not used widely for bass. And I plan to change all that, because I think there are situations where a slowly fluttered hopper pattern on the water will absolutely drive those neutral fish bananas. Let's have a look. Throw it over here once. I'm just going to try to move it very slightly, as though it were a wounded, you know, maybe there's a fish right there. If it was a wounded dragonfly or something like that. And this guy's digging pretty good. He's pulling the camera over. You can see you got that hopper right smack dab in his mouth. So I'll bring it up here so you can see it. There, guys. And turn this trolling motor off. Okay, so there it is. There it is, folks. You can see that hopper right in there. And she's going to come right out of there. And not a very big bass, but hey, that's the first one that we're going to start with tonight. And always make sure that your barbs are crimped down. Make life a lot simpler for everybody. And see if there's another one over there. It's not the same fish. That's not the same fish, folks. Well, you know, they're not super big, folks, but for this lake, it's about top end, and they're not that big, but sure are fun. And you know, we gotta make sure that we get that. You got a leaf or something in there. Anyway, it's a nice bass there, folks. You know, again, maybe pushing a couple pounds, but all kinds of fun.